Hi everyone and welcome to Just Love. My name is Paula and I'm here with Judy. Hi Judy.
Hi Paula, hi everyone.
So through our episodes of Just Love, we've been talking about how there are two realities playing out on planet Earth right now. One being positive and the other one negative. Judy, you've told us many times that such is the nature of a level 1 planet like Earth. We are living on a highly polarized and dualistic planet, and the bottom line is that we get to choose.
Yes, Paula, absolutely. Both choices have to be made available because the spiritual evolution of humanity hinges on the choice we make, both as individuals and as groups. The problem is far too many people here on Earth are blindly linking into a group mind that is addicted to fear and drama, which is built up over many generations. The bottom line is we create our reality through the way we think and focus our thought patterns. And this way of thinking is being brought into play all around us.
So a couple of questions here. There's been talk about how there are too many people on planet Earth. Do you believe that there are too many people on the planet and that's why a lot of them are leaving at this time? Or is it just a case of an individual's soul journey in that they are not ready for the shift, or that they have chosen to cross over and to be of assistance from the other side? Or is it both?
It's both. Again, we have several realities playing out at the same time. Human demand for resources is destroying and polluting vast areas of the planet. We only have to look at the major destruction of forests, which are the vital lungs of the planet, and the massive pollution of the waterways and oceans, causing the death of so many of our fellow creatures. Human population is certainly out of control in some places. At the same time, many humans are deciding to leave at this time because of the planetary shift, as we've spoken about before. Some are simply not ready for the shift, so they're choosing to pass over, or else they feel they can provide more assistance from the other side. All realities are playing out at the same time, as they do, as time is an illusion.
So we've just ended a 4-year cycle, which was a very significant time. There's no denying that we've seen a collapse in the world as we knew it. COVID and everything associated with the drama of COVID provided the physical changes, but also from a spiritual perspective in the unseen where the changes aren't so evident. There's been an expansion of consciousness. Souls are stirring in their sleep. They're waking up and seeing what's been in front of them all along, both the good and the not so good. We're seeing the collapsing of an old world and we're seeing the new world being ushered in. What does all of this mean for you and your work down here, Judy?
Okay, Paula, all the changes that have taken place since 2019 have certainly been a wake-up call for many, which probably makes it a bit easier for us. I do find it interesting that more and more Earth humans are admitting to the fact of the reality of contact with ETs. Whether the authorities ever formally acknowledge this or not is really neither here nor there. Disclosure is happening regardless. People are not stupid, they know what they've seen and experienced, and ones like us are here to support and reassure them that yes, ETs are real, living here right now, and that we are not here to invade or take over. Our only role is to support and assist the shift and the opening up of humanity's conscious awareness. Acknowledging the reality of sentient life on other planets is a huge step back to oneness for Earth-plane humanity, particularly from the religious perspective, so our support is vital. It's for our benefit as well, because of the fact that we are all an intrinsic part of universal oneness, so it's a win-win situation for everyone involved.
So there's a message entitled "The Precious Gem Encased in a Rock" from your book, The Way of the Forest. And it's the answer to all of my next questions. I was wondering about all of the souls on the planet right now and how incredibly difficult it is for some of them. Christmas is a magical time of the year. However, many souls have beliefs and programs that beg to differ. Also in our world right now, there's so much violence, unrest, pain, and sadness. I will return to your words, Judy, when you say over and over again that everything is happening at the right time and in the right place, and everything is perfect. This is the time of the Great Awakening, and the negativity is coming up to the surface to be seen and cleared, and there is resistance, but positivity will prevail. We chose to be here at this most amazing time, whether we know it or not.
Yes, Paula, it sure is a powerful time for everybody on Earth right now. The precious gem encased in a rock is one of the many messages and teachings passed on to me by the Gray family, going right back to the late 1980s, early 1990s. I was training in a meditation and psychic development group at the time, and with the ETs not being into verbal speech, none of us enjoyed voice channeling much, so they decided to train me in automatic writing to pass on their teachings and information. I didn't know it at the time, but this was preparation for the books they wanted me to write later on. So here it is, the precious gem encased in rock. Paula, I'll let you begin.
Thanks, Judy. The eternal soul, which dwells within the clay of flesh, is like a precious gem encased within a rock. The harshness of the surrounding environment will eventually wear away and destroy the rough, coarse outer layer of stone or clay. But this is of no concern, for it has no particular value. The precious gem will only become brighter and more polished, purified and cleansed by the abrasive action of the elements. The soul is like a diamond, the most precious of all the gemstones, and also the most indestructible. The harder it is rubbed and polished, the more shining and perfect it becomes.
The harshness and difficulties faced in living out lives on the physical plane are what is required by the soul to bring it to its full potential and to polish and purify it to diamond-like perfection. Do you remember back to the time when you were a child at school, how your teacher sometimes had to threaten you with dire consequences to make you learn your lessons? If your teacher had always been gentle and sweet, never enforcing any sort of discipline or punishment for unfinished homework or studies not done, it's doubtful that you would have bothered too much. You most likely would have spent all day amusing yourself by looking out of the window or getting up to mischief. It was only by ominous warnings and threats of punishment that you were motivated enough to try a little harder to succeed.
Your lives upon the physical plane are exactly the same. If every life was full of ease and happiness, only doing those things that you enjoy doing, only coming into contact with loving, compatible friends and family, and never having to face up to any difficulties, then you would never progress. You would sit back with your feet up, never being tried or strengthened or improved in any way. Unfortunately, it is a fact of life that mortals learn their greatest lessons from pain and sadness, from trials and tribulations.
Each life you live, particularly the more difficult ones, refines and purifies you spiritually, just as a gemstone, uncut and in its rough natural state, must be abraded and polished before it can reach a state of brilliant, shining perfection. Think of it this way: if that gem was not subjected to seemingly harsh, rough treatment, its true beauty and potential would never shine forth.
The state of perfection required to return to the highest energy frequency of source oneness could not possibly be reached in just one lifetime. It is only through experiences gained over the span of many varied lives that you will be refined and purified enough to ascend to higher planes within the universal cycle. One lifetime on its own would hardly be enough to get even 1 foot on the very first rung of the ladder. Much time is needed and much patience must be mastered along the way.
Thanks, Paula. If you'd like to read more of these messages, The Way of the Forest is available as a free download on our website listed below. My other books are all available from Amazon and are Human by Day, Zeta by Night, followed by The Zeta Message, then Extraterrestrial Presence on Earth, Lessons in History, and my 2 most recent books, both Kindle editions and both also available in German, An Interview with an Alien, Comments by an Undercover ET, and Cosmic Spirituality, Blending Religion and Science in Oneness from an Off-Planet Perspective.
Thanks, Jude, and thanks everyone for listening. Please share, like, and subscribe. Sending you much love, and bye for now. And Merry Christmas!
And Merry Christmas! Almost forgot.